Hey guys, and welcome back to the My Pro in VFL series with Milan. We are going to wrap up the second weekend. We're almost halfway through the season after this episode. Technically, we are halfway through the season. 3 games in today's episode, including 2 top-of-the-table clashes against Inter Milan and Juventus. Juventus currently have won every single game leading up to our game, so they're a tough team, and we have to beat them. We've slipped up in the first weekend by getting 2 draws. If we do not pick up 3 wins in these 3 games, we could be in a bit of a tough spot, but it's in our own hands. All we have to do is play to the best of our abilities and hope that luck is on our side. Hopefully we can get it done. This is the lineup. Again, we've changed the formation. You saw that in the last episode. 4-3-3 is working better for us right now than the 4-2-3-1. Hopefully it can give us the results we need. If you want to know more about the VFL, links in the description down below to the site and other YouTubers as well. Let's get into the action. The first game of these 3 games is the last game on Saturday, and that was against Pro Vercelli. Probably the weakest team we had to face in Saturday and Sunday, so hopefully we do not make a mistake before heading into the big games, and we do not. We take a good early start with myself getting on the score sheet after 11 minutes after Jay slipped me through. First time shot. Keeper cannot reach that in the bottom corner, and Milan have taken a dream start. This is the game you'd expect us to win, and that we have to win, no exceptions. We make it 2-0. Maka on the end of my cross makes it 2-0, and we're still only 20 minutes into the game, and it seems like we're cruising in this one. This is the result we were looking for. No stress, no hassle. We want to end our Saturday run of games with wins so we can head into Sunday, Super Sunday pretty much, with confidence. Pro Vercelli, obviously a team I don't really know too much about. They're, I want to say, mid-table towards the bottom half of the table. I'm not too sure, but anyways, we're not going to look at them. We're going to look at us and hopefully get a couple more goals. The ball gets thrown into me. I find Harry. Harry's going to work his magic trying to get the cross in. Unfortunately, gets cut out. Anders gets brought down. Maka is putting on the pressure, but nothing comes from that. We're already nearing the end of that first half. Jack flicks it across, and there is Jamna, who gets his first goal in Milan's service. 3-0, and as you may notice, there is no scorecard popping up. There is no music in the background. I'm just too lazy to open Photoshop and make one for Jamna. I'm sorry, I had one for everyone in this team at the start of the season. Things changed, didn't have a scorecard for him. But you know we scored. There doesn't need to be anything popping up on the screen to underline that. 3-0 at half-time. We've taken pretty much every single chance we've gotten, and we're looking good. 65th minute, looking to get that 4th goal into Jay, and Jay gets it. 4-0. Milan padding the goal difference a little bit because that could be huge as well. You don't just want to go 2-3-0 up and just sit back. You want to keep going because goal difference could be massive in leagues like this. Again, we're going through down the right wing into me. I backheel it into Jay, who's getting another tap-in. Tap-ins galore for Jay this time. It was Maka who got them the other day, but now it's Jay who gets them. Fair play. And I know you guys are going to be asking about his build, so before you write your comments down, he plays 5'9", 187 pounds, creator, left forward, I think. Yeah, that's what he plays. So you don't have to ask anymore. I've said it what it is. And there we go. 5-0 towards the end of the game. They get a chance to take away our clean sheet. They failed to do so. Good save from Will. And that's about it. That was the only real chance I thought was worth nothing for Pro Vercelli. We beat them comfortably 5-0. I wish them good luck in the rest of their season, but this was one of those games where you didn't want to face us heading into Inter and Juve. The game before that, you know we're going to be fired up and we're going to be playing to the best of our ability. So that's what resulted in a 5-0 result against Pro Vercelli. So no mistakes were made there, and as you can see by the endgame stats, they only had that shot, and it would have been harsh to have lost that clean sheet, but we didn't. 5-0 is good enough. We're happy with that. And now it's Super Sunday. These are the Sunday games, starting off against Juventus. Like I've mentioned before, complete win streak so far in the Serie A. They've won every single game, including a couple of tough games as well, so we know what we're up against. One of the title challengers, maybe the main title challenger at this point, because they are the only ones who have not dropped points yet. We have dropped points, Sassuolo have dropped points, Fiorentina, Napoli, Torino, they've all dropped points. Juventus hasn't. Can we ruin their party? Can we take the crown away, or will Juve have too much for Milan on this day? Let's find out. Again, the 4-3-3, we're comfortable with it. We believe we can get a result here. We try to go forward straight from the kickoff. 3 minutes into the game, Jay doing a bit of work, trying to whip it in. but nothing really comes from that, and we do get the corner eventually. But attacking intentions early on, this is not a game where you want to settle for a draw, not at all. I get a chance, it bounces off my head and takes the power out of the shot completely. Now it's time for Juve to get back into the game. They're trying to even the balance a little bit. Brilliant shot and an equal save as well from Will. Brilliant to keep that one out. That was destined for the top right corner. Will make it a crucial save 13 minutes into the game. And again, good reflexes there from close range to deny them the goal. We're under the pressure. It's all Juve. After a good start from Milan, Juve have put the pressure on us, and they get rewarded for that. It took them 3 chances. Third time's the charm. They find the back of the net. They win the header in the area. Will left absolutely no chance on that one. There's no way a keeper can save a header from that close. And Juve have taken the lead in our own course for another win in the Serie A and potentially the easiest Serie A title in VFL history. We're not going to let that happen though. Jay flicks it into me. A lucky bounce falls back to myself and I tap it into an empty net to equalise straight away after they scored. This was only 7 minutes after they've taken the lead. And we've balanced it up again. 1-1. Good. And now we push on and now we try and find that win. Juve again going forward though. Carrasco or Tom getting a shot off from range, but nothing too dangerous. Towards the end of that first half, we felt like we did really well to keep them out. They scored their goal, but other than that, we've limited their threats going forward. And a couple of long shots, you could say they've had the better of the stats at half-time, but I'd feel like it was an even game after all. Our chances were as good as theirs. I felt like towards the end of the first half they took a couple of long shots, which is why they had more shots than us. But we're into the second half now, different story. We need to find the 2-1 and I blaze it past the post. Huge moment early on in that second half. If we had taken the lead then, it could have changed absolutely everything. We still need to push to get that win. I put in a foot. Harry out wide to Maka. Maka has me running through. He finds me. What can I do? Hold up the ball a little bit. Trying to get past my man. Find Jay. Jay takes the shot. Good save by Reptile in the Juve net. And I feel like at this point they're very content with how it's going. A draw is what Juve wouldn't mind, but we don't want that. Corner whipped in. I'm right there unmarked to head it home for an easy goal, and that's the beauty about corners, you know. They always mark the front post and the back post, and it's kind of surprising when you go middle for a change on corner routine. So that's what surprised them, and Juve find themselves 2-1 down. The first time this season, they're a goal down. They're pushing forward. SJ with a brilliant defensive header to keep us to keep them out, because they are now relentlessly going forward. Again, a shot, cannons off the post. Lucky, we're so lucky to still be 2-1 in the lead. It's unreal. We live to die another day. But anyways, Jay plays me through. I'm going to try and flick onto Maka, but can't really do much. They have got us in a position where they'd want us to be. They're putting on the pressure. They're going all out attack, and that means there is space for a potential counter-attack. Jay challenges for the header. I'm clean through on goal. Can we wrap up the game, kill it off? Yes, we can. Maka taps it in for 3-1, and that is game, set, and match. AC Milan take the unbeaten streak from Juventus and now go level on points, I do believe, or maybe even overtake them depending on the result they got after this game. But we've done what we had to do, and that is beat them. The title race has been blown wide open, 3-1, and that is too much for Juve to come back from. AC Milan picking up 3 points again, and so far this weekend we've won every single game, including our Champions League game. These 4 league games we've had so far, we've won that as well. There's only 1 game left in this weekend. Can we get the perfect weekend of 6 wins? That would be beautiful. Looking at the end game stats, I'd say, you know, Juve put up a hell of a fight, and they were definitely the best side we've played so far, together with Napoli, I'd say. But I felt like we edged it and deserved the win because we wanted it more, and in the end had more chances as well. But now into Milan. Can we continue? Can we use that good form we still have and end the weekend in beautiful fashion? 6 wins out of 6 is what we definitely would have signed up for. It's the perfect weekend, but we needed it as well to be back in the title race, because that sloppy start from the weekend, from the first weekend, needs to be erased as soon as possible. Inter Milan could take that away from us. We still want to win every single game that's put in front of us. A half-decent shot from Harry that was blocked. Nothing really much happening so far. We're already in the 38th minute, and you can tell this has been a very, very tense game. Not a lot of action. There's a long shot from me, not even remotely dangerous. And that's how we're looking to end the first half. Nothing really happened. I'm trying to put the pressure on the midfielder. I do so. Again, a bit scrappy, but I do manage to slip through Maka, who's got a chance to play. Harry keeps his composure, finds Jay, and there is 1-0 Milan out of absolutely nowhere. the Rossoneri have scored, and it's an important goal, make no mistake about it. 1-0 just before the end of the half against a very defensively set up Inter Milan is what we needed. Inter Milan are a side that are in the top 6, not as good as Juve, but very, very decent still, and we knew we had a tough task ahead of us. Excuse me. Hopefully we can build on that 1-0 though and get a couple more goals, because obviously 1-0 is never safe. I flick it on into Jay. Jay's through on goal. Ball rolls past the defender, dances a little bit more, finds the space and shows absolutely no mercy on the goalkeeper. And yes, again, he's playing 5'9", 178 pounds. Creator. I know you guys want to know that. There we go. Jay's been brilliant again, creating that goal himself, finishing it off himself, and I know Harry is dying inside because he wants a little bit of the glory as well. Anyways, 2-0 against Inter. We're looking good. We're looking solid. Can we keep the clean sheet? Potentially get some more goals. This is straight from their kickoff. They've overcommitted. I break away on the counter-attack on the right wing. Hold it up a little bit, back into Maka. Maka's trying to play me through, he can't do so, but he gets it back. I'm in the middle waiting for it. Maka plays it across, and there it is, 3-0. AC Milan are running away with this one. Inter, like I said, the standings show that they are a decent side. They've got good players in that team, but I felt like in this game they didn't really do themselves justice, because towards that second half, it seemed like they fell apart a little bit. And I nearly made it 4-0 on Harry's cross there, but it's just wide off the post. And again, we're just pushing forward, trying to create more chances, more goals. Inter not really having anything on us right now. It gets flicked on. Maka, again, beautiful goal, brilliant finish, and there is no question about it. We have absolutely taken the Serie A by storm this weekend. Beating Inter and Juve, especially this Inter game, it was too comfortable, it was too easy, it shouldn't have been like this. 4-0. And we're not done yet. 83rd minute, they get a man sent off. The free kick gets whipped in. I'm there to make it 5-0. What is going on with this Inter side? They've absolutely fallen apart, and it shouldn't have been like this, but we are 5-0 in the lead, and the perfect weekend is pretty much secure. They mess around from kickoff again. We break through. I'm going to slip it into Harry. Harry's going to do the right thing. Find Jay. Jay makes it 6-0. Now, if you're an OG Milan fan in real life, this would remind you of a certain scoreline in a certain derby game that happened. We've done it in the VFL, and we're proud of that. 6-0 is a huge win to end Sunday's games and the weekend all together. That means we have had the perfect weekend, and that puts us right back into the title race. Brilliant weekend from everyone involved. We played well. We had to rotate a couple of players as well. Jack, our manager, wasn't here for the Juve and Inter games, and yet, even without some of our key players, we've done extremely well. Look at those stats. If there was ever any doubt, 15 shots, 12 on target against Inter's 0. We've blown them away, and we're happy with how we played. Let's take a look at some of the stats, because, you know, after this weekend, we find ourselves second in the league, only 2 points behind Sassuolo, and we still have to face them. Juve have dropped off, of course, after their unbeaten streak. There are our player stats if we want to take a look at them. I'm currently the top scorer in our team, Maka a close second. Not only in the team, actually, I'm top scorer in the Serie A after that weekend. So for me personally, it has been a brilliant weekend, highlighted by the fact that 2 of us made it into the team of the week, myself and Maka. So things are looking up. Can we continue this form and go into the 3rd weekend with win after win and claim top spot in the Serie A? You'll find out soon enough. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.